So quite a few.
It works by allowing people to leave anonymous comments about anyone they like, which is bad enough, but it's all organised around schools and colleges, which makes it even easier for the people around you every day to see what's being written about you. No wonder this site has been called a recipe for cyberbullying.
A quick look at the site for Reigate College reveals a list of horrendous comments about real named individuals, like this one, for example. When it comes to nasty design features, Little Gossip seems to be the site that has thought of everything. One feature means that your peers can vote on whether a piece of gossip about you is true or false.
What you're giving them, of course, is your email address.
Paul Rispoli has recently retired as head of Reigate.
I think if you go on there and you find there's a comment about you and it's a comment that says you're unpleasant and nobody wants you around, and 38 people have said true and no one said false.
It makes it so much worse.
It makes it so much worse, and it will build up the opinion that you're not wanted in that particular community.
We wanted to find out more about Little Gossip. First was to find the person who invented it, and he agreed to talk to us. Ted Nash is now a 20-year-old app designer. Little Gossip was all his idea, but these days he has nothing to do with it. He originally set it up from his bedroom as a chat forum for his friends.
So what was the thinking behind it? I mean, how many people did you expect would be involved with it?
Well, there's no way I expected it to be as big as it was. It had 33,000 hits within the first hour.
Ted Nash did set up controls so that people could report abusive comments and bullying.
The trouble was, once the traffic took off, how can one man cope with 60,000 pieces of gossip which come in? It got to a stage where I just had to delete everything that was coming through because it was coming through too fast. And I took the domain offline, and all through those 4 days I was approached by a number of different people who said, you know, can we take the site off you?
Within days, Ted sold the site on. It was difficult to find any information about who owns Little Gossip now. Until very recently, it was hosted by a company called LeaseWeb, based here in the Netherlands. LeaseWeb says it recently stopped hosting the site and said it couldn't tell us who owned it. We did discover that it was recently registered with a Russian internet service by an anonymous person who gave a contact number in Belarus, a communist-style dictatorship in Eastern Europe.
This is the problem with regulating sites like Little Gossip. The site's users are in one country, it's hosted in another country, and it's run from yet another country, and the owners of the site don't have to tell anybody who they are or where they are. How on earth do you regulate that?
Anonymity is a big problem when it comes to cyberbullying. Getting offensive comments from people you know is one thing, getting them anonymously is another. This is Formspring. On this network you can ask questions and others will answer them. They have the choice to do so with their real name or anonymously. Natasha McBride was bullied on Formspring.
It was being abused by a lot of people in that they were sending anonymous postings to Tash with some quite vindictive and very nasty things being said about her, which obviously undermined her confidence and made her naturally very upset.
Because the comments were all anonymous, Natasha didn't know who in the school she could trust and who she couldn't.
Because she didn't know who it was, and it probably was one of her friends, she didn't know who to turn to. There was obviously a bad apple amongst her friends, but she didn't know which one.
Formspring is integrated with Facebook, so that it's easy for users to connect from one site to the other.
Why is it that Facebook, which has a real name policy, integrates and links with a site like Formspring, which revels in anonymity?
We are responsible for the content on our service, and if a third party starts abusing or breaking the terms and conditions for the use of Facebook, then we'll make sure that they're not able to access our service. But we're not responsible for what they do within their own environment.
But why link to them? Why integrate with them?
I mean, most of the internet operates in an anonymous way, and people on Facebook can link to most of the internet. So we can't have a consistent rule that says you can't link from Facebook to the anonymous internet.
We asked Formspring for an interview. They declined, instead giving us this statement. Our members' rules prohibit users from abusing, harassing, intimidating other users, and we take action against users who violate those terms, including terminating their accounts. For Natasha McBride's father, the crucial point is that anonymity on the internet can be dangerous.
I think the first thing is to remove the anonymity of people on social network sites, because a lot of the bullying is done because people can say it, because they think they will not be caught, and therefore that's why they say what they like.
And do you think anonymity played a big part in what happened to Natasha?
Absolutely.
Anonymity. For many people, it just gives them a chance to let off steam online. But for one internet subculture, being anonymous is a way of life. They are internet trolls. There's even a viral song about them. Trolls set out to provoke a reaction, often by upsetting and offending people as much as they can.
You guys are bitches, you know what? You don't faze me.
Jessica Leinhardt, an 11-year-old girl from Florida, became one of the most well-known trolling victims of recent years. Her story shows what can happen when you inflame the global community of internet trolls.
I'm more pretty than you. I have more friends.
It all started when Jessie went online to post a video of herself using her online name, Jessie Slaughter.
I'm happy with my life, okay? And if you can't, realize that and stop hating, then you know what? I'll pop a Glock in your mouth and make a brain slushy.
This video also went viral. Internet trolls thought that 11-year-old Jessie needed a comeuppance, so they went to work. Malcolm Blackman saw what happened up close. Today, he's part of the activist group Anonymous UK. But when the Jessie Slaughter campaign was at its height, he was in close contact with the people who were attacking her.
I spent quite a lot of time with several notorious world trolls. I spent some time in their company, obviously not in their personal company, but online. I gained a modicum of respect for them for what I do, and they in turn, over the time I ran with their pack, gained my respect.
Stop hating on me.
So what happened to Jessie?
Well, Jessie became the target of pretty much a worldwide viral hate campaign. It wasn't just the trolls. I mean, it became a vehicle for anyone to jump on to really slaughter Jessie Slaughter.
And if you hate me, you know what?
The trolls got what they wanted. Jessie posted another video a few days later, this time in great distress. Remember, she's 11 years old.
Okay, this is Jessie Slaughter. I just want to tell you guys that you ruined my life. My household has been torn.
Don't be saying suicide.
I'm not. I'm saying
Jessie's father intervened as well.
you guys have ruined my life.
I'm going to tell you right now, this is from her father. You bunch of lying, no good punks. And I know.
But this video didn't stop the campaign. It just made it worse. By now, trolls were invading every aspect of Jessie's life, hijacking her social networking sites, publishing her real address online, and even sending constant pizza deliveries to her house.
I am torn. I am having emotional breakdowns one after another.
I guess the point is that the internet community is merciless in a sense.
It is, yeah.
It doesn't take account of age, or it's just there are people there who are going to...
Well, because they can, literally, they can get away with being... It's a great term, merciless. They can be thoroughly ruthless.
Malcolm says he's out to work against trolls, but he admits he associates with them regularly, and he can even see why they do what they do.
It's the thrill, it's the win, being able to claim a victory, being able to infuriate someone to the point where they log off or they disconnect their computer. To a troll, that is a win.
For many, the worst kind of trolling occurs on tribute sites to those who have died.